Hello, dear friends. Don't believe that darkness will last between 35 and 40 more years. It cannot, says Matthew. Opinion piece. Fast pace. Social evolution. No turning back. Awakening is a process. The matrix is breaking. Exciting transformation. New higher consciousness. We have crossed the Rubicon. Let's start. The pace of action will become faster and more chaotic over the coming weeks and months. In the ancient battle between the forces of light and the forces of darkness, the dark ones know that their long reign has ended and will attack fiercely. It doesn't matter that the reports are full or of falsehoods, because the goal is to create fear, says Matthew Watt through his mother Susan. It may be claimed that a new mutated pack requires everyone to be beaten, or a fake holographic alien invasion may be attempted, or major geophysical events may occur. The mainstream media is likely to highlight the growing danger of an escalation of war, on the one hand, and on the other, the damage due to weather change and other worrying situations such as rising crime, increasing number of homelessness, and food shortages. If a lockdown were ordered, they would be protected and would be short-lived, and if a communications outage or economic shutdown occurred, this would also be brief. Ignore anything that sounds scary. It could be that the weak want to do, but they no longer have the time or the global network to carry it out. Hasn't. Almost 90 years ago, an infusion of light from advanced civilizations allowed the Earth to release from the deep depth density to begin to ascend. In both energy and location, you have reached lower fall density on your course of planetary ascension. The other type of ascension is personal. Although souls are in third density bodies, in a world that is still largely third density due to long ages of darkness control, by absorbing the light that continues to intensify, individuals can evolve to fourth density consciousness, spiritual and conscious. While many souls are still fast asleep and on the third level, others are awakening and moving towards the fourth level of consciousness. The two ascension processes have an energetic connection but operate independently. For example, over eons, the planet and its successive civilizations descended from high fifth density to deep third and became trapped in darkness at that depth. But Gaia, the soul that incarnated as a planet, remained in her fifth density state of evolution. And as the Earth ascends to successively higher astral planes, everyone has an increasing amount of light energy that enables their personal ascension. However, regardless of how slowly or quickly the planet evolves, it will continue to grow at a constant rate. People bound by a third density mentality are not attracted to spiritual and metaphysical messages, and if awakened, souls discover this type of information, they would try to assimilate it. Process. Awakening is a process, not an event, and the first discoveries of individuals are the corruption and deception that the bad pits of darkness kept so well hidden for so long. The first order of consciousness is necessary for the emergence of the determination to purge injustice, to establish justice, goodness, and righteousness. When the social revolution begins, spiritual and conscious evolution will follow. The population will be intuitively pushed to the path of light and enlightenment. The universe has no boundaries. Energy is not compartmentalized, and we use numbers only to indicate the location of the Earth or the evolutionary state of an individual of or a civilization. Furthermore, the fourth and fifth densities are not destinations on an intergalactic travel itinerary. They are stages of self-discovery along the soul's evolutionary journey back to the creative source. There are no entry or exit signs that designate levels of consciousness. It is like energy. It has no compartments, no limitations, no borders. Consciousness is a continuous process of self-realization that provides new understanding of universal truths. Advancing consciousness is not a learning process. It is countless stages of remembering what we already know at the soul level. Just as we are inseparable from God and the Creator, we are also inseparable from the universal mind, and the process of remembering is the journey of our lives. Speed. However, moving from one density to another, evolving in spiritual consciousness, is an individual achievement that occurs according to the decisions of free will. The people who pay attention to their intuition to help others, for example, can move through third density, launch into fourth, and move fairly quickly into fifth. Souls who choose self-service or the ease of mediocrity or resist new ideas or methods may remain stuck in third place all their lives or trash through that density like trees up in winter. Please do not believe that the darkness will last another 35 to 40 years. It cannot. Furthermore, some changes that you will wholeheartedly welcome are already on the way, and many more will come gradually. The years of global transformation will be exciting, filled with dynamic activity that will greatly improve everything that impacts life on Earth, and the social harmony that develops will lead to unity of consciousness. If everyone was correctly informed about what was happening in the world, could we reach fifth density faster than people think? It's a question. It's very unlikely. Individuals whose actions cause suffering and destruction would not voluntarily stop, and many souls incarnated here to end third density karmic lessons. Progress is right at the goal of the divine plan for the golden era, the golden age. I know many people whose thoughts on ascension and density are confusing or downright wrong compared to what the enlightened messengers say. Souls embrace universal truths at their own pace, and if not during this lifetime, will have so many other opportunities as necessary to see the light. Gratitude. Beloved family, at this moment you cannot understand how extensive your help is or how invaluable you are to our Earth family. Later, when you see the development of this unique era in the continuum, you may feel somewhat overwhelmed by how important your presence on the planet was. You will understand why you are honored by all the enlightened beings of this universe, and you will feel humbled and gratified at the same time to have been chosen to participate in this glorious elevation of an entire world and all its life forms. Please, do not spend your energy worrying about conditions that need to be fixed. Instead, help materialize benevolent changes by imagining images that emit high frequency. Perhaps the earth immersed in golden white light, or a forest of magnificent ancient trees, or a field of vibrant wildflowers, or cheerful children playing with animals. Any image or thought that allows you to feel happy and at peace. Firmness in the light, kindness, trust, optimism, and courage will always be very useful. All enlightened beings in this universe honor and support you with the incomparable power of unconditional love. New programming. According to Saint Germain through James McConnell, the forces of darkness did everything they could and continue to do to stop this process, to prevent the divine plan from being realized, but they have failed and continue to fail because the collective consciousness of being human demands a different perspective, a different result. People are already tired of the old control, and the Creator himself has said enough is enough. And as a collective, you are all coming together to realize the vision and the dream for the entire planet, for the entire human species united in unity, harmony, and oneness. forever erasing the idea of control, the idea of fear, the idea of hatred and anger, because you are now moving rapidly towards a new state of consciousness, a higher state that advances towards the idea and ideal of unity. Once you have reached the top, there is no turning back, or as Ananda said recently, you have crossed the Rubicon. And now there is no turning back, neither for you as individuals, nor for you as a collective consciousness. There is no way back, and only those who want to restrain themselves will do it. But in the process of awakening, more and more people are putting the pedal to the metal and moving forward, leading into the new higher existence, the new higher consciousness, the new higher level of unity of being, the union with the creative source within each and every one of you, and through the process of ascension. This is the path you are all on now. So continue moving forward on that path, knowing that there is no turning back, that there is only one path forward, a timeline of your creation. At this point, the old timeline has been removed and only the embers of the old timeline remain. And the more you visualize it this way, the more it will be a collective as one. Together we will stand, and divided we will fall. But there is no longer division. Disorder. According to Miravia Valerie Donner, you may have started to notice more disorder and chaos everywhere on the planet. This is not meant to alarm you, but rather to make you aware of the necessary changes in consciousness that one must go through during ascension. In some ways, it is like walking through a field and pulling out weeds that don't belong there. They are there for a reason. You can choose what feels good and what looks best. This is a new creation and a completely new approach to Earth. This becomes even clearer when you realize that the matrix is breaking down and things no longer work the way they used to. There are many clues that you experience every day to show how different things have become. You may have been programmed to believe that the three-dimensional material world will perpetuate itself into eternity. Humanity is beginning to realize that what is bought is no longer applicable. There are many reasons for this. An example could be purchasing a new vehicle that has problems during the first few months or warranty and discovers that it cannot be repaired. New appliances may be unreliable, but no one is responsible. It's almost like you're surviving in a vacuum that doesn't work. These are just a couple of examples of what happens every day due to poor workmanship, lack of accountability, inability to move forward and get things done right, lack of integrity, greed, and may even an exhausted workforce. Perhaps humanity is tired of being enslaved and has reached the point of exhaustion. This is a question. This does not mean that some of the work you have done in the material world has been useless, but rather that conditions are changing. An increasing number of human beings will find ways to follow their hearts and do what they came to do, instead of having to do things just to make money. The planet is entering abundance mode, and everyone will have what he needs, or she. They will learn to express themselves with joy and create for inner magic. The playing field will level for everyone. When people's survival needs have been met, they can be creative and free to experience life in the beautiful world in which they live. There seems to be no energy left to force people to do something they don't want to do. Imagine what it will be like when you live in peace, harmony, joy, abundance, health, beauty, cooperation, care, affection, and moral respect. There is a bright future ahead, and we will have a wonderful time. And that's all for today. Thanks a lot, dear friends.